there is something that you've learned that you master, that you know very well. And I'm hearing the word underrated. Like, it's almost like you've been staring at the same thing, or you've been studying the same thing for so long. It's giving the energy of like you're kind of losing the spark of like, people need this, like kind of like forget that other people have no idea what that is or how it could help them or something like this. We also have healing hands. I just shuffled this deck. I haven't pulled any cards yet, but it's like giving the energy of like, you know, a lot about healing or nutrition or like something like that, consciousness. I don't know what this is, but it's almost like sometimes you're in it so much, studying it, reading, like I feel like your whole world is like encapsulated with whatever this is, and that's great. I want to share more with other people. There's this push or this pivot for you to start sharing more. Like, you've been it's been coming in your field, like you've been learning, you've been absorbing, but now it's time to put it out in the world. I'm kind of seeing like the Six of Pentacles in my mind's eye, which is like that giving and receiving. Like, you've been receiving, you've been learning, you've been studying, you've been reading, you've been, you know, looking at this stuff in your own world, that it's time to like push it out. Like, I'm seeing like your field pushing out all this information or this new way of doing something. Like, I don't know what this is. And like, sometimes you can find yourself like forgetting that some people don't know as much as you know, or some people like don't even know that this exists, or like this way of being or perceiving things can help them. People don't know this about you. This is also giving like teacher-student vibes. Like, I'm always going to be learning. I'm always going to be learning. I'm always going to be the student. And it's like, that's amazing. That's great. But the true teacher masters the teacher element of that by teaching others. Like, it's this energy of taking what you now know and teaching it so that you become even more of a master at it. Clearing your space came out, number 28. Yeah, it's like, I feel like I'm seeing your field right now. I'm getting this vision of like seeing your field, and like it's so dense, not in a bad way. Like, there's so much here to be shared with the world, but for some reason it's like there's some sort of limiting belief that I'm tapping into that you might have about this. Like, well, I don't want to share the vague, the general things. I want to go deeper. Or to me, I'm getting clearing your space as in like allowing yourself space to share this, to create, because sometimes we can get overwhelmed in our life and feel stagnant because we're taking in so much, but we're not sharing it. Now this is coming up in a different way of like consuming content versus creating content. And I feel like your field will feel more clear when you teach more, when you share, when you create more instead of consume more. 28 though, that's 10. Six of Wands just pops out. And the Hanged Man. Yeah, I feel like it's really time. It's so interesting because I just heard, you know, that you are going to thrive, be more successful, gain more attraction, more progress, more results, more money, like more upgrades personally when you start sharing whatever this is. Page of Cups. I feel like your intuition has been telling you something recently. Like, maybe you have had these pulls to speak more, to share more. You might even have the limiting belief of like, well, this is a very common topic. This is a very common thing that people teach on. There's so many businesses. There's so many people. There's so many healers. Like, who am I? Like, I'm hearing these limiting beliefs. Like, who am I to talk about this? Or who am I to, like, this has already been said, but like, a lot of people, for example, okay, there's so many manifestation coaches. Everyone's kind of saying the same stuff, but everyone has their own vibe. And the person that you pick as a coach, as a mentor, as a healer, whatever, I don't call myself a healer, but like the person that you pick and you give your money to, you don't pick them based on what their program is named or, you know, whatever. You pick them off of if they resonate with you, if their language speaks to you, if you actually like things click because you're hearing them in a different way. They might be saying or sharing kind of the same thing you've maybe heard before, the moon. But yeah, this is like the subconscious limiting beliefs that you have about this. Like, but you know, it's so interesting because you know that you'll be successful if you were to, like, I'm seeing a barrier, like jump over that barrier or plow through this resistance. Like, you have some concerns or some resistance about sharing this or putting this out there or being known as this person. And it's kind of keeping you stagnant right now. It's kind of keeping you, like, I want to say experiencing the same things. Whoa, 7 of Cups and the 4 of Swords. So yeah, I'm seeing like there's so many opportunities. Maybe you have, like, know that you have everything to be successful and you just don't know the avenue. Like, this is giving like you have so many directions, so many seeds planted, you have so many things that you care about, that, and it's like maybe you know a lot about healing, but you don't know what direction you want to take that in. You don't know, like, it's more so about like, I'm seeing you kind of go into this like meditative state or whatever it is that you do to connect to source and your intuition, your higher self, and really just sitting here and really connecting to a vision of what this could look like, what feels good to you, what does this look like for you, right? You could talk about healing in so many ways. You don't have to have a business and have to educate people. You could you could have a podcast. Like, you could spread this knowledge and the light that you have in so many ways through music. You know what I mean? Like poetry, like it could be really anything. It doesn't have to be the standard way that you see it in other people. And like whatever it is that you see is going to be unique to you and authentic to you, and whatever that may be. Like, I'm just seeing you like really see this vision and know kind of what you want to head towards, what this is going to look like for you, and leaving room for obviously for it to come in whatever way. But do you know what I mean? Like, I feel like you're just not clear, but you know, like, you have everything within you. You know that you're very intelligent, that you have this wisdom, this knowledge, this divine like frequency to you, that you know you could be of service or help people with something or whatever this is. But it's almost like you know all the things, but you don't have a clear direction of what it's going to look like or what direction or you want to take creatively with it. And so, yeah, they're just saying like rest, slow down, clear your channel. And that's probably why we started with clearing your space. Like, they're saying like clear your channel, like give yourself more time, even if it's like 5 minutes, 10 minutes throughout the day, to just like check in with yourself, or to stop consuming so much so that you can hear your own inner voice and how you sound when you teach or you talk about things. Like, I'm just seeing you kind of going in more of a creative direction with this, instead of, doesn't mean that you're never going to stop learning and being that student of life, but you're also like meant and called to be a teacher, or to spread the light, spread the knowledge, talk about it, put yourself in front of people is what I'm hearing, in whatever way that sounds like it resonates to you. So yeah, you're going to get that clarity. And I feel like once you have that direction, like we literally have the 6 of Wands, which is like the basis of this reading, which is success, victory, being seen, like people seeing you more and knowing you as someone that can help them with something.